Kare Mapinduka and welcome to Africa Good Morning, the show that keeps you up to date with the latest news in Africa and beyond. I am Glenora Shipura. Here's what you can expect in today's broadcast. The manufacturer of instant porridge sympathizes with the families of the 3 dead children but won't take responsibility yet. Equatorial Guinea tells World Court Gabon's claim on island is untenable. Nigerian police deploy ahead of another nationwide protest. We'll also be talking to our correspondent Mike Sichula, who'll be filling us in on the latest news making waves in Zambia. We'll be right back with your top stories after this.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Getting right into your top stories, the manufacturer of instant porridge sympathizes with the families of the 3 dead children but won't take responsibility yet. The company, whose porridge allegedly caused the death of 3 young children in Mo2rning, Eastern Cape, has responded to the fatal incident. Namib Mills, situated in Windhoek, Namibia, manufactures a variety of products from sugar to pasta. One of its products, Top Score Instant Maize Porridge, is being blamed for causing of deaths of 3 infants. The children were aged between 1 and 4 years old. 2 of them were from the same household. 4 children were rushed to hospital on Saturday morning after consuming instant porridge on Friday night. The 4th child, aged 7, was discharged in a stable condition. The senior brand manager of Namib Mills, Mo2rning, expressed her sympathies for the families affected, but said there was no evidence that Top Score Instant Porridge was responsible for the deaths. The loss of life, especially of young children, is a tragedy, and our deepest condolence goes out to the families and communities affected. While there is currently no evidence linking our product to this unfortunate event, we are taking the matter very seriously, she said. Namib Mills said the maize meal product has been temporarily removed from all shelves in South Africa and Namibia pending the inquiry. Bauer says that this decision was made to ensure customer welfare. In our next story, moving over to Equatorial Guinea, Equatorial Guinea tells the World Court Gabon's claim on island is untenable. Equatorial Guinea asked judges at the International Court of Justice on Monday to reject Gabon's claim to several islands in potentially oil-rich waters in the Gulf of Guinea. The African neighbors, both significant oil producers, have asked the United Nations top court to settle a dispute centering on the tiny island of Bani, less than a kilometer long, off the coast of Gabon. Gabon's position is factually and legally untenable, said Equatorial Guinea's representatives at the court. Domingomba Esono, the conflict has been going on since 1972, when Gabon's army drove Equatorial Guinea soldiers from Bani. Gabon has since set up its military presence on the virtually uninhabited island of just 30 hectares, but the dispute lay dormant until the early 2000s, when the prospect of oil rekindled the interest in the Gulf of Guinea. Equatorial Guinea bases its claim on the islands on a convention dividing up French and Spanish colonies' assets in West Africa. Gabon, meanwhile, says the ICJ should base its judgment on another agreement from 1974. Equatorial Guinea says the document Gabon has offered as proof for the 1974 agreement is unsigned and not an original. Hearings will last a week. Gabon presents its case on Wednesday. The court is expected to give its final and binding ruling sometime next year. Moving over to Nigeria, Nigerian police deploy ahead of another nationwide protest. Police in Nigeria are being deployed in key states before another national protest against the increasing cost of living in the country and the state of governance. Under the aegis of the Take It Back movement, organizers say their action is scheduled for October 1st when the country celebrates its 64th independence anniversary. They accused the government of failing to meet the demands of the August protest. The government has called for calm, urging Nigerians to refrain from acts of violence as the country marks 25 years of unbroken democracy. Information Minister Alhaji Mohammed Idris said President Bola Tinubu is committed to ensuring peace, unity, and prosperity for all his compatriots. It is also important for Nigerians to see opportunity in the various policies of the government and use it for their betterment. Idris said an apparent reference to interventions the government is making to solve the economic problems the country faces. In our next story, FIFA confirms a dozen venues for the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup in the USA. FIFA has confirmed the 12 stadiums in the United States that will stage matches at the new FIFA Club World Cup 2025 when the 32 best clubs in the world compete to be FIFA Club World Champions. The tournament kicks off on Sunday, the 15th of June 2025, with all roads leading to the MetLife Stadium in New York, New Jersey on Sunday, the 13th of July 2025, where the FIFA Club World Cup 2025 final will be played just over a year before the venue stages the FIFA World Cup 2026 final. This venue is joined by 11 more. FIFA President Gianni Infantino announced at the Global Citizen Festival in Central Park, New York, while simultaneously announcing FIFA's new 4-year partnership with Global Citizen to mobilize football fans globally to help end extreme poverty and provide access to education for millions of children. In our next story, we're swinging over to Mozambique. Mobile phones and cameras are to be prohibited in polling booths. Mozambique's Technical Secretariat for Electoral Administration has banned the use of mobile phones and cameras in polling booths for the general elections on the 9th of October. According to a written instruction from the entity, the decision was taken to ban the use of mobile phones and cameras in the booths, as well as the carrying of wallets, backpacks, and other similar objects during electoral operations by the 7 members of the polling station. Another article outlines the prohibition for all citizens of the use of mobile phones, cameras, carrying wallets, backpacks, and other similar objects in the booths. The use of mobile phones must take place outside the room where the polling station has been set up and is operating, so as not to disturb the normal course of electoral operations, reads the document, dated the 26th of September, which stresses that only the use of mobile phones by the presiding officer of the polling station is allowed whenever there is a need to establish contact with the STAE. The instruction aims to put into practice a decision by the National Electoral Commission on restricting the use of telephones and prohibiting the carrying of wallets, backpacks, and other similar objects during electoral operations at polling stations. That concludes our top stories. On the other side of the break, we speak to our correspondent Mike Sichula, telling us what's making waves in Zambia.
E-Ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
Getting right into our news from Zambia, health authorities have revealed that Zambia is experiencing a hike in cancer cases in children. Here to bring us the story and more news from the Real Africa is Mike Zichula. Good morning, Mike.
Africa, good morning. Thank you very much, Granola, and it is good to see you after a while. Yes, indeed, our health authorities, according to the Zambia National Cancer Registrar and the Global Cancer Observatory data, there are an estimated over 15,000 cancer cases annually in Zambia, with the highest burden of cancer coming from cervical cancer, with approximately 3,640 cases. So this, the Ministry of Health Permanent Secretary Kennedy Dishimpi has expressed concern that over the increasing number of cancer cases in children. Mr. Dr. Dishimpi, who did not give the exact figures, however, says that there are measures being put in place to mitigate childhood cancer, like the decentralization of childhood cancer treatment in Ndola and Livingstone. He was speaking at the launch of the Childhood Cancer Awareness Program in Lusaka. So this is something that a number of our civil society organizations have also joined government to establish cancer foundations where children who may not have resources to seek medical treatment abroad are taken on board by these foundations so that they can have access to cheaper treatment whenever they are diagnosed with cancer. And a number of children have benefited from such foundations. One of such foundations is called Kayula Cancer Foundation. And this is one of those strong foundations that greatly is assisting children with cancer to have access to medical treatment within and abroad whenever doctors prescribe that this cancer can only be treated abroad.
Now, Mike, in your next story, the government has reassured electricity consumers that come the 1st of October 2024, electricity supply will stabilize. What do Zambians think about this?
A number of Zambians are skeptical about such a promise. That is in the picture there, that is the Minister of Energy, Makozo Chipote, who says that while many Zambians are skeptical about having stable power, his administration remains committed to its earlier announcement that power is going to stabilize in October. He says this is because Mamba Energy Limited will have resumed generation to its full capacity and commencement of importation through the Namibian interconnector, which has been under maintenance. However, Zambians still do not believe that this is going to happen because several pronouncements have, like what he has said, have been made in the past. Because the previous Minister of Energy did tell the nation earlier in the year that Zambia is not going to experience any load shedding. So now Zambians do not believe what government says because most of them are now shifting to solar energy and other renewable energies to sustain their need for electricity in their homes, in their businesses, as well as in their various sectors of development. Then also, Mr. Chipote, the minister, has also warned energy companies that incentives to the sector are meant to cushion on the current energy crisis and not an opportunity to make profit. So what has been happening is that government has zero-rated, for instance, the importation of solar systems to enable people to have access to them, but still more, the price of a solar panel and other solar accessories are too way high beyond the pocket of many Zambians.
Now, a body that represents judges has denied claims that judges are planning to down tolls following the suspension of 3 judges. What's going on here?
So what's going on is that last week, President Hakainde Hichilema suspended 3 Constitutional Court judges. Those are the Constitutional Court judges in the picture there. So they were suspended upon the recommendations of a Judicial Complaints Commission. So the issue is that these judges are accused of having unfairly judged the 2016 election petition, which President Hakainde Hichilema claimed he had won, but because the court did not give his legal team chance to debate their matter in case, President Edgar Lungu continued to be head of state. So when these judges have been suspended, there has been various allegations forth here and there, which has prompted the Magistrates and Judges Association of Zambia President Mwamba Chanda has refuted allegation that she is mobilizing judges countrywide to down tools in support of 3 constitutional court judges who were fired, who are suspended. So Judge Chanda says the allegations are unfounded and shocking. She was speaking in an interview with the national broadcaster NBC in Lusaka. She also did say that President Hakainde Hichilema suspended the 3 constitutional court judges in pursuant of his constitutional powers as the appointing authority, the head of the executive. So it is something that is ongoing, and the 3 judges have since challenged their suspension, and the court has also responded to their application in court, and their suspension is currently on hold.
Now, Mike, in the last of your stories, the Zambia under-20 team will face Namibia in the 2024 COSAFA tournament happening in Mozambique. I'm definitely, of course, rooting for Namibia, but what's the general feel in Zambia against Namibia? Do they think they're going to beat us?
Expectations are very high, considering that Zambia are the defending champions of the COSAFA under-20 tournament, but they started badly after they stumbled 3-1 to Angola in their opening match of the tournament, which is also an African qualifier. So going into today's match, the young Chipolopolo boys have a chance to salvage their campaign with a comprehensive victory over Namibia, but the coach Murwanda does not believe that the match will be easier, considering that also Namibia wants to qualify. But he is very hopeful that the young Chipolopolo boys are going to put up a fight to ensure that they collect maximum points and also score as many goals as possible. This message was also backed by FA's president, who said that it would be more important for now to focus on winning against Namibia than worrying about the final day of the 3-group tournament. So it is something that a lot of Zambians are expecting the young guns to emerge victorious, but Namibia also is likely to put up a fight because they will not give Zambia a chance.
Thank you so much, Mike, for bringing us these stories from the real Africa.
Thank you very much, Africa. Good morning to our dear viewers.
All right, let's take a look at the weather predictions before we return with your economic news.
Neopaints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neopaints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neopaints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Getting right into our economic news, in recent years, Russia has been consolidating its energy-related arrangements with a number of African nations in light of the Russian Energy Week, which took place in Moscow from September 26 to the 28th. Conversations on such deals have gained traction. As a result, several African countries, including Congo, have made their intentions public when it comes to what the need from a Russian partnership. Minister of Hydrocarbons of the Republic of the Congo, Bruno Jean-Richard Itoa, has reported by Sputnik, recently disclosed his country's intention to welcome more Russian energy deals. The minister urged Russian businesses to embark on projects in the areas of oil, gas, minerals, and power, and to invest in Congo's energy sector. He mentioned that this sort of arrangement would be off the heels of the partnership Russia and Congo have enjoyed. Russian energy companies such as oil company Lukoil and state nuclear corporation Rosatom already have ongoing projects within the Central African country regarding the country's current engagement with Rosatom. The Congolese minister stated that the negotiations are progressing fine and that its parties are striving to complete previously negotiated agreements on nuclear and renewable energy. This is in light of the Memorandum of Cooperation in Peaceful Nuclear Energy and Hydropower sectors Congo signed with Rosatom in July 2024. All right, we'll be right back after this. And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. But before we sign off, let's take a look at the highlights. The manufacturer of instant porridge sympathizes with the families of 3 dead children but won't take responsibility yet. Equatorial Guinea tells World Court Gabon's claim on islands is untenable. Congo is set to reinforce its energy cooperation with Russia. And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Don't forget to tune in every Monday to Friday at 7 a.m. to watch Africa Good Morning. From me, Glenn Rashipura, until next time.